Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha, Shri Rupam Shagrajatam, Sahagana Raghunathan Nitang Tang Sajivam, Shadaitam Shavadhutam Parijana Sahitang Krishna Chaitanya Devam, Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakha Nitans, He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenavandha Jagatpate, Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Brakhavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya, Mancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is stressing that to read Vedic literature, Vedanta, Upanishad, these are principal literatures in the Vedic knowledge, then Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all these books should be studied from the direct meaning. Don't try to interpret. According to ordinary, I'm going to say, dealings, suppose in the law court there are two parties, two lawyers are fighting on the principle of one clause or section in the law book. One is interpreting in a different way, one is interpreting in a different way, and the judges give their judgment. Now, the opportunity for interpretation is there when the meaning is not clear. A very good example is given by the grammarians or Sanskrit scholars, the Gangayam Ghosapalli, that there is a neighborhood which is called Ghosapalli on the Ganges. Now, somebody may ask, how there can be a quarter on the Ganges? Ganges is water. So there is an interpretation required. So somebody says, on the Ganges means on the bank of the Ganges. That makes it clear. On the Ganges does not mean that in the middle water there is a, I am to say, residential quarter. No. On the Ganges means on the bank of the Ganges. So when there is such doubt, one can interpret. But when there is no doubt, everyone can understand clearly the meaning. There is no question of interpreting. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is stressing that Gauna Vitte Jiva Bhasya Karila Acharya. Therefore, each and every aphorism and verse of Vedanta Sutra has been indirectly interpreted by the Sharira Bhasya. Such interpretation, if somebody hears, then his future is doomed. Just like our Gandhi, he wanted to prove from Bhagavad Gita non-violence. The Bhagavad Gita is being preached in the battlefield and it is completely violence, how he can prove? Therefore, he is dragging the meaning out of his own character is very troublesome, and anyone will read such interpretation. He is doomed. He is doomed because The Bhagavad Gita is meant for awakening your Krishna consciousness. If that is not awakened, then it is useless, waste of time. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced the Brahmin who was illiterate, but he took the essence of Bhagavad Gita, the relationship between the Lord and the devotee. Therefore, unless we take the real essence of any literature, this is simply waste of time. Tahar naiko dos Ishwar agna paiya gaunartha korila mukha artha acharya. Now, at the beginning, he criticized Shankaracharya that if somebody hears Shankaracharya's commentation, then he is sure to be doomed. But again he supports Shankaracharya. Why? Shankaracharya is the incarnation of Lord Shiva, and he is a great devotee. Shankara, Vaishnavanam Jatha Sambhu. There are many devotees of the Lord, but the foremost devotee is Lord Shiva. And he has got a disciplic succession which is called Vishnu Shami Sampradaya. So, Shankaracharya was covered devotee. He is covered devotee. His aim was to bring men to the standard of devotional service, but the time and circumstances in which he was preaching, he could not place his real objective because they were unable to understand. At last, at the end of his life, he composed so many poetries in praise of Vrindavan Leela, and especially his very famous Chatpat Panjika, that is, he has stated, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam Mudho Mate, Prapte Sanni Hite Kholu Marane, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Duking Karane. My dear foolish brothers, you kindly worship Krishna, Govinda. Thrice he has said, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mudho Mate. Mudho Mate mane, you foolish nonsense. You kindly worship Govinda. Why? Now, Prapte Sanni Hita Khalu Marane. When death will be nearer, your this grammatical interpretation, duking karana, this pratyay, that pratyay, arguing jugglery of words will not save you. Will not save you. You please worship Govinda. That is his instruction. And there are many others. So Shankaracharya was a covered devotee. He was devotee. Somebody accuses Shankaracharya that he was covered Buddhist. But so far I am concerned, I say that Shankaracharya was covered devotee. He was devotee at heart, but because he was ordered to preach in that way, otherwise there was no alternative. That is stated in the Padma Purana. When there is the conversation between Lord Shiva and his wife Parvati, he disclosed that in the age of Kali, as a Brahmin, I preach this Mayavad philosophy, which is covered Buddha philosophy. Buddha philosophy says that this material life is all. After this material life there is nothing, all void. And Shankaracharya say that it is impersonal, there is no variety. So in both the philosophies there is no acceptance of Lord, the Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead. Therefore, they are called Nastikavad. Nastikavad means atheism. atheism. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has described Buddha religion as atheism. And Mayavad philosophy, he has said, a dangerous atheism. He has given a little preference to Buddhism, but to Mayavad philosophy, he has stated it is dangerous atheism. His exact version is like that. Ved na maniya buddha hoila nastik. Vedasraya nastikkavad buddha ke adhik. He says that we call the Buddhists as atheists because their simple reason is that they do not accept Vedas. Lord Buddha, he denied that I don't care for the Vedas. I have got my this own proposition that ahimsa, non-violence is the religion. That's all. So he did not accept Vedas. Therefore, those who are Vedantists, those who are followers of Vedas, they call Buddhist religion atheism. Atheism means anyone who does not believe in scriptures, standard scriptures, that is called atheism. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Buddha philosophy is atheism undoubtedly, but Shankar philosophy is dangerous atheism because he is accepting Vedanta, but he is preaching atheism. He is accepting under the shelter of Vedanta, he is preaching atheism. So therefore they are more dangerous. Just like you are fighting with your enemies, that is very clear. The other party is my enemy. But if somebody is treating as your friend and within he is trying to kill you, enemy, that is very dangerous enemy. So similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Buddhism is atheism. That's all right. But this Shankar's philosophy is more dangerous than atheism. And actually, so-called, so many Swamis and Sannyasis, they come from India. They are the same dangerous atheists. Nobody has preached in your country this philosophy of Krishna consciousness, and Bhagavad Gita is widely read but differently interpreted. So therefore, they are dangerous atheists. They are under the garb of Bhagavad Gita. They are preaching atheism. So they are very dangerous. But still, because he was Lord Shiva, incarnation of Lord Shiva, and he had a particular duty, therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu supports now the Tara Nahika Dosh. He is not faulty. He is not faulty because the time required to propagate such philosophy, and he had done that under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He wanted. There is Padma Puran, there is statement, in the Padma Puran there is Mayavado Asasastram Prachannam Bauddham Uchyate. In the Padma Puran it is stated that this Mayavad philosophy is covered Buddhism. Maiva Kalpitanga Devi Kalo Brahmana Murtina. Lord Shiva says to his wife, my dear Parvati, in the age of Kali, in the garb of a Brahmin, I will have to preach this philosophy. Brahmanascha aparang rupang nirgunang bhakkhate maya. Brahmanascha aparang rupang. Brahmana, the Supreme Lord, he has got transcendental form, but I will have to preach that he has no form, nirgunam. Sarvasam jagatopi yasya mohanartham kalo juge. In the age of Kali, just to bewilder the persons, I will have to preach this philosophy. Vedanti tu mahashastri mayavadam avaitikam. And when I shall explain Vedanta, I shall explain everything against Vedas. Vedanti tu mahapastri mayavadam avaidakam mayaiva vakshati devi jagatanga nasakarana. In order to kill the atheistic person, I will have to preach this. This is stated in Padma Purana. And similarly, in the Shiva Purana also, there is another verse. Dāparādau juge utta kalaya manusyādishu sagamai kalpitanchaiva jananamad vimukhan kuru. The Supreme Lord is ordering Lord Shiva that in the age of Kali, you go and try to make them against Krishna consciousness. So there are so many policies and so many programs of the supreme authorities. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that that is time serving. For the time being, they are necessary. Actually, such interpretation is not necessary at all. We should take direct meaning. Now he is explaining Vedanta. The first thing he is explaining, Brahma Shabde Mukha Arthe Kahe Bhagavan. Whenever we speak of Brahma, because these Mayavadi philosophers, they are very much uttering this word Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi, all Brahma. They don't utter Krishna or Govinda. Oh, that is very difficult for them. They simply utter Brahma. Now, let them. Brahma is also Vedic word. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the direct meaning of Brahma is Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Chidaisarja Paripunna Anurdha Saman. Now, what is the grammatical meaning of Brahma? The grammatical meaning of Brahma is that the greatest and expansive. That is the grammatical meaning of Brahma, which is unlimitedly expanded and greatest. He is called Brahma. Now, who can be unlimitedly expansive unless he is unlimitedly powerful? Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that according to Srimad Bhagavatam also, the same meaning is there. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaneti Sabdati. The Brahma Paramatma ultimately means the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Without coming to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the concept of Brahma Paramatma is imperfect. Why? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the Chidaisarja Paripurna Anurdha Saman. You cannot have a conception of the greatest, unlimited, unless you place 6 kinds of opulences in food. Because Aishwarya, the opulences, just like wealth, fame, and beauty, knowledge, and renunciation, they should be unlimited. When they are not unlimited, he is not Brahma, or he is not the Supreme Lord. To Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's interpretation, not interpretation, he says Brahma means that one who is in full opulences, he is Brahma. Tahar vibhuti deha sab chidaka. Therefore, because he is the greatest, therefore he cannot be under the control of this Maya. The Mayavad philosophy says that we are now under the control of Maya. Therefore, we have forgotten that we are all gods. And in the Nikhilananda's book, this is explained, and he is discussing, Vivekananda's speech, that we are all gods. Every one of us, we are God. And then, why you have become dog, that we do not know. That is the explanation. But actually, the explanation is that we are also Brahma, but we are not Bhagavan, the Supreme Brahma. That is the explanation. Therefore, we are prone to be under the subjugation of Maya. This is real explanation. I am not the Supreme Brahma, the greatest Brahma I am not. Brahma means greatest. But I am also Brahma, but I am the infinite and the infinite Sima. We are infinite Sima. That is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita also. Mamai Vangsha Jiva Bhuta. My, these living entities, they are my parts and parcels. Such part and parcel of the Brahma is also Brahma. As part and parcel, minute particle of gold is also gold. Minute particle of poison is also poison. So similarly, we are minute atomic part and parcel of the Supreme. Therefore, we are not the unlimited or the biggest. We are Brahma undoubtedly, but we are not the biggest. Therefore, we are prone to be under the control of Maya. But Supreme Brahma, he is never under this. Therefore, Mayavad philosophy that at the present moment I am under the control of Maya, but as soon as I become free from the control of Maya, then I become the Supreme. But they cannot answer, why if you are Supreme, why you are under the classes of Maya? Then Maya becomes greater. You are not the greatest. They cannot answer this question. They at that time they become fool. We do not know. So anyway, Tahar Vibhuti Devasa. Therefore, Brahma, his body cannot be material. The material matter is under his control. Devidjisa Gunamayi Mama Maya. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that this material nature is under my control. And in another place it is said, Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanina kauntya jagadvi parivartate. The whole cosmic manifestation is rolling on and under my superintendence. Maya dhakshena, under my order, under my supervision. Prakriti, the huge, gigantic material nature is working under me. Hetunana, and on this account there is rules and regulation, everything is being done nicely. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that because Brahma, or the Supreme Lord, is the greatest, therefore his body cannot be made of this material nature. Because material nature is created at a certain interval. And who creates? They creates the Supreme Lord. The creator therefore cannot be under the material nature. If I am creator of something, so I cannot be under the that particular thing which is created. It is logical. Therefore, because the Supreme Brahma or Bhagavan is the creator of this material nature, he cannot be under the control of Maya. That is also stated in Bhagavad Gita many places. Sambhavami Atma Maya. Atma Maya, not this Maya. Maya means potency. So we have got the experience of this potency, material potency, but there is another potency which is called spiritual potency. So spiritual potency is the internal energy of Krishna, and material potency is the external energy. So Krishna says that whenever I come, jada jada hi dhanma saglani bhavati bharat, whenever there is discrepancies in the discharge of religious principles, adharmasya, abhutthanam adharmasya, and there is great predominance of irreligiosity, tadatmanam sijamaham, that time I come. Paritrana, why? Paritranam sadhunam vinashaya duskridam, just to save the pious and the righteous and to vanquish the impious. So these are stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, natural conclusion, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, that his potencies his body and his activities, everything spiritual. There is nothing material. Chidvibhuti achadya kahe nirakar. And where there is some indication of impersonalism in the Vedas, it should be understood that his body is not of this material nature. If somebody says that God does not belong to this matter, that is all right. That does not mean he is impersonal. He has got his spiritual body. Matter is denied. The whole Upanishad, first of all, they describe the Supreme just like apanipada javanagrahita. There are Vedic statements that the Supreme has no hands. But if he has no hand, how he can accept? What for he is accepting? Therefore, it is to be understood that he has his hand, but not this hand. My hand is can stretch, say 1 yard only, but because he is unlimited, his hand can be stretched, just like we are offering foodstuff. So how he is eating? That is he is eating by his transcendental body. We cannot see at the present moment, but he is eating. How he is eating? Because we have got the information. Yes, I eat. Taya bhaktya puhitam masnami prajatatmano. Anyone who is my devotee and offers in love, I take them. So that cannot be, there is no mistake. But how he is taking, how he is eating, because we are in this material body, we do not see it, but he is taking. Therefore, chidvibhuti achadya kahe nirakar. Chidananda deha tar sthana parivar tare kahe prakita sattir vikar. Now, the Lord's body is eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. And Shankaracharya says that prakita sattir vikar, this body of Krishna or Lord Rama, when they come, according to Mayavad philosophy, that actually the Brahma, the Supreme Absolute Truth, has no form, but when they assume form, they take help of this material nature. That is not a fact. They come in their own spiritual form. That is confirmed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tar dosh nahi teho akka kari das, aar jai sune tar hai sadbanas. Now, he preached this bewildering philosophy because he was ordered to do so by the Supreme Lord. That was his duty. But we must be very much careful. If we hear Shankar's interpretation or commentation, then you are doomed. You are doomed means no more Krishna consciousness. You are thrown into wilderness for many, many births. Then sometimes if you come in contact with some pure devotee, it may be possible. But so far, Shankaracharya's Bhashya is concerned, or anyone who is following that commentation, they are doomed. Thank you very much. His duty is to go. One who does not believe in scriptures, they are meant for going to hell.
What can one do to bring
Just come. That will help you.
if a person is not willing to do that, is there any way that you can persuade it?
How can you do that? If a person is not willing to take medicine, how he can be cured? He will go to death. He must be willing to. That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. So that is very dangerous position. One who does not take care. Suppose if one wants to be educated without going to school, how it is possible? If somebody says, oh, I don't care for any schools, colleges, I will be educated at home, and this is nonsense. Is it possible? Or will anybody recognize you? Then what is the use? Waste of time. That is the disease. Everyone thinks, oh, I am everything. I am perfect. That is the disease, a material disease. Everyone is thinking, I am independent, I am perfect, whatever I think, that is all right. This is going on. First of all, if anyone wants advancement, he must first of all think just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is pretending that my spiritual master found me a great fool. So one must agree to become a great fool and study these scriptures from bona fide spiritual master. Then there is hope of advancement. Yes? Where you lose your personality, either in dream or in awakening, you are person. Where do you lose your personality? When you become impersonal.
When do you lose it? When you wake up from the dream of this?
You are not impersonal at that time, you are person. You are thinking, I was dreaming. So your ego is there.
Yeah. Well,
then where do you lose your ego? Where your ego is dissolved.
Where is it dissolved?
Yes. It is never dissolved.
Into a finer form of consciousness.
No, finer, just your example. You are dreaming. Now you are awakened. You are now saying, oh, I was dreaming. So the same person who was dreaming and who is thinking that I was dreaming, the same person. Where your identity is dissolved. In both the cases, you are standing I.
This is the next awakening.
This I is not in dream. That is the difference. The I in dream and I in not dream, but I is there. Where is your I dissolved? Never.
Forget yourself.
No, we don't forget. We always remember that we are servants of God. We don't forget. We forget this material nonsense, that's all. But don't forget ourselves. Our identity is there. We are all servants of God, Krishna Das. And this is real ego. So ego is not dissolved. Ego is there, but it is purified. It is purified. Yes.
It's so difficult to control the senses, so we're engaging all of our senses in chanting and dancing and so forth. Now the thinking mind is most difficult. So we can engage that in thinking of Krishna.
Well, when you are chanting, that is thinking, practically thinking. When you are chanting, you are practically thinking. When you are cooking, it is practically thinking. You are cooking for Krishna. You are typing for Krishna. You are chanting Krishna's name.
But there seems to be also a stage of not thinking. Is that when one is chanting, should they not think or should they think of Krishna?
No, not thinking is not there. Thinking of Krishna. Hare Krishna means thinking of Krishna and his energy. There is no question of distraction. It is purification. The psychic power, thinking, feeling and willing, is purified. Tatparatena nirmalam. Nirmalam means purified. But it is not lost. It is not lost, purified. And when it is purified, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktirichyate, with that purified sense, purified mind, when you apply it for Krishna, that is called bhakti, Krishna consciousness.
Can you ever lose your identity? Can you ever lose your identity?
Ever lose?
Yeah.
What is that?
Can you ever lose your identity?
What is that? What does it mean?
Can you ever lose your I? The sense of I?
Can I ever forget myself?
How you can forget yourself?
Not so.
You cannot forget. You simply purify. In disease condition, your identification of I is different. Sometimes you are in convulsion, you forget. Rather, that is forgetfulness. Sometimes, if you are, deranged in brain, we forget everything of our relationship. But when you are cured, you remember, oh, I was forgetful in that delusion, yes. So your I is always there. This I, remembering, is purified. So ego has to be purified. Ego has not to be killed. And that cannot be killed. Na annata hannamane sarire, because it is eternal. How can we kill ego? It is not possible. So you have to purify your ego. The difference is between false ego and real ego. Just like aham brahmasmi, I am Brahma. This is also ego. This is this Vedic version that I am Brahma, I am not this matter. That this ego is purified ego, that I am this. So that I is always there, either in illusion or delusion or dream or in healthy state, the I is always there.
When you're typing, should you think of Krishna first and you're typing second?
Well, when you type, at least in our society, whenever we type something which is describing Krishna's form, quality, beauty, we are typing this. We are not typing any business letter or any political propaganda. We are typing, Krishna is so beautiful, Krishna says like this, Krishna told Prahlad like that, Prahlad told Krishna like that, everything Krishna. As you are chanting Hare Krishna, the khat is also Krishna, 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 Krishna.
And is Krishna made out of atoms like we are?
Huh?
Is Krishna made out of atoms like we are? When he comes down and takes the food?
No. Krishna is not atom. Krishna is big. The biggest. We are atom. That is the difference between Krishna and ourselves. We are atom.
Krishna takes the spiritual matter from the food and leaves us the physical matter.
No. When he takes, he does not take anything material. He takes spiritual.
And leaves the material for us.
No. That is also spiritual. That is not material.
What's left then?
Huh?
What's left when Krishna...
That is spiritual. Unless it is spiritual, just like first try to understand how it is spiritual. Of course, in our gross vision we see, oh, we offered this chapati to Krishna and Swamiji said, Nama Brahmana Devaya, and it becomes spiritual. Yes, it becomes spiritual. How? That we have to understand by the result. Phalena parichayat. If you eat the spiritual food, you will get spiritual strength. That is practical. Just like, I'll give you another example. Milk. You take more milk preparation, you get diarrhea. You go to a physician, he'll say, yes, today you take only sugar mixed with little salt and black pepper. Cured, diarrhea cured. Now you can say the same milk, but it is treated. Therefore it cures. You can say, oh, the same milk, sugar is also milk, but it is treated. Therefore it cures. So you will find that your material disease is being cured by spiritual foodstuff. That is practical. Therefore it is spiritual.
Swami, does belief in any scripture whatsoever, such as the Bible or Quran,
Yes.
does belief in any scripture?
Oh yes,
provide
certainly.
salvation?
Certainly.
And release?
Yes. The same thing, just like I have given example several times, that pocket dictionary and the big dictionary. Both of them are dictionary. It is not that because it is small pocket dictionary, therefore it is not dictionary. It is also dictionary. So when he is advanced and finished pocket dictionary, he may consult the big dictionary. That is the difference. Bible is not different from Bhagavad Gita. But when one is perfectly conversant with Bible, he will understand more nicely Bhagavad Gita. It is not contradictory, it is helpful. All right, distribute prasad.